Welcome back to Sit With It, Notes from the Participatory Edge. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the history of philanthropy. To understand why participatory philanthropy matters, we need to look back at the systems that shaped traditional giving and why they're no longer enough. Modern philanthropy in the United States was born during the Gilded Age, when industrialists like Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, and others amassed vast fortunes. They created foundations to distribute a portion of their wealth, often with the goal of improving society, but also, at times, as a way to protect their legacies and reduce tax burdens. These foundations often kept decision-making power tightly held among a small group of elites, reinforcing a structure where the wealthy decide what's best for everyone else. Philanthropy, in this context, was built within systems of patriarchy, colonialism, and capitalism, where wealth extraction and control were often the preconditions for giving. While the charitable acts were real, so too were the power imbalances. Many communities, especially those most affected by poverty, systemic racism, and marginalization, were left out of the conversations and decisions that impacted them most. The result? A cycle of dependency and disempowerment. But that's not the whole story. Long before institutional philanthropy existed, communities, particularly indigenous peoples, Black communities, and other historically excluded groups, practiced mutual aid, collective care, and gift economies. These were systems rooted not in control, but in relationship, reciprocity, and survival. Giving wasn't a tax strategy, it was a way of life based on connection and collective responsibility. Participatory grantmaking, or PGM, is a return to these values. It challenges the notion that only those with wealth have wisdom. Instead, it shifts decision-making power, including the criteria and strategies for funding, to the very communities the foundation aims to serve. It's about recognizing that those closest to the issue are also closest to the solutions. This isn't a fringe idea. It's a growing global movement. Early adopters like the Funding Exchange and Southern Partners Fund, and more recent efforts like the Contigo Fund and FRIDA, have shown what's possible when communities lead. They remind us that philanthropy can be more charitable giving. It can be a tool for justice. Participatory philanthropy also expands how decisions are made, not just through voting or consensus, but through intuitive, relational, and even ceremonial processes rooted in different cultural worldviews. It's not only about what we fund, it's about how we fund and who decides. Our foundation is proud to be on this path. We don't see participatory practices as a trend or a tactic. For us, they are about harmonizing community, wisdom, practicing humility, and redistributing power, not just resources. We're not here to empower communities. They already have power. We're here to make space for it, to trust it, and to follow its lead. This isn't just about making philanthropy more inclusive. It's about transforming how power flows. And yes, participatory work can be slower, more complex, and sometimes messy. But equity is rarely efficient. It requires that we ask hard questions about control, representation, and trust. So, the real question is, are we willing to share power? Not just in principle, but in practice. Because in the end, this work isn't just about where the money goes. It's about who decides and why that matters. Thanks for being on this journey with us. Let's keep deciding together. And thanks for sitting with it.